everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. We go into the toy box again um, on this Sunday night. I hope everybody's doing well. We've got a lot of pictures from a lot of different creators for you guys. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring out our co-host, Beta Ray Bob.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right, Bob.
So, digging yourself out of the snow.
I am slowly but surely. Yes, yes. Yes. I don't know if anybody else has noticed or if anybody had the weather that we had here in Arkansas, but we got like 10 inches, and that's the most that I've ever seen since I've lived here. And so it was a problem for about a day and a half. But most
bet.
most of the streets are fairly clear now, and so I think life will resume. I guess unfortunately, I have to go back to work tomorrow. So anyway,
Yeah. Thankfully, we didn't get that much here, but holy crap.
yeah, I know a lot of different people are dealing with a lot of different, I guess, forces of Mother Nature right now, and so for here, it was pretty much snow and a lot of it. So anyway. Um, so we got a good show for you guys tonight. We have a lot of creator shout outs from people that I got stuff from this year. I figured since this is the first show of 2025, I would just kind of talk about, things that I got from people last year. And Bob has some stuff that he got from people as well. And so, before we go into that, Bob, won't you say hello to the chat and see
Will do.
see
Got
who's
Bjorn
all
here.
in it? Bjorn,
Also got Starboy Station with us.
what's up, Joel?
And continuing with the J. We got
Gosh, what's up? What's up?
Lord of Thane here is going to let us put him to sleep.
Okay, yes, just be
I'm
blessed.
sure that's
We'll
a compliment of some sort.
we'll send you straight to nap time. Yes.
Yeah. Fat Red Foo here with us.
What's
Howdy ho.
up? What's up?
Task Force Figure and Games.
Hey,
Howdy ho.
hey. So, Task Force Figures is doing January Cavalcade of Customs, where he is putting out one custom per day for the month of January. And so they've got a good start so far. I've seen people, Angus, he's put out some good ones. Starboy has put out some good ones. I've seen a few from Bjorn. I've put a couple out. It's just I had so much going on that I don't mind contributing. I like to contribute, but it's like I've just got a lot of irons in the fire right now.
Yeah,
but
I understand.
Yeah. January Cavalcade of Customs. Search it, or JanCav is hashtag JanCav Customs. You can go and potentially see people's customs.
It's got Timbo Toys here with us. Howdy
What's
ho.
up? What's up?
You scroll on down here, got a lot of chat going on. They're saying
right.
hi to everybody else.
Yes.
Looks like that's it.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, I know.
Take that one off.
I know. I've seen Fat Red Foo. He's still working on his I forgot what they call it. Are they calling it War Machine or Death Machine for the Death Race thing or something? I can't remember the name of it. But,
I think Death Machine is right. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's been killing it with his truck and a lot of his customs in his city that he's been making. I think is it Numa City? I think.
That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I think he's been killing it, doing all that. So, thank you. Thanks, Joel. I wanted to make sure people knew I just wasn't head swapping each one of those figures, So, I don't do Jedi really on my planet so much. So I thought that I would sort of interject something that I do want to kind of have some Jedi-esque people on there. And so it's just kind of a different take. I
Mhm.
just want to do something a little bit differently, and see how far it goes. I've got a little bit of
Yeah,
interest in that right now. So
yeah, they've been looking good, and that's a good that Soul is a good base body.
yes, yes, it is. It is. And honestly, I'm kind of wanting to get the other one too. What's the guy's name? His the other
Oh,
one too.
Yord, I think.
Yeah, Yord. He has a little
Yeah,
bit different like arm bands on that figure, and
yeah,
so
like
um
gauntlets. Yeah.
yeah, on the gauntlets are a little bit different, and so I want to use that body as well. Um, but yeah, so anyway,
Yord's got a good idea. They're just traveling missionaries.
there you go. Yeah. So my sort of story was, on Yamato 6, there was an ancient Jedi temple. I mean, you could probably, you've heard this before, stop me if you've heard this before, but it's going to be mostly aliens. I mean, there may be a human here or there, but it's mostly aliens that are going
Hmm.
to be the light bringers. And so, I like aliens. So there
Okay.
you go.
Like even
Um,
before I saw the Star Wars movies and was like playing with my friends Star Wars figures, when you were kids, you just pour out all the figures and then take turns picking. Okay, I'm gonna play with this one.
right.
I'd always pick all like the aliens and like
Yeah.
droids and stuff just because I had no context. I was just like, these figures look cool.
Right.
So
Yes. I totally agree. I totally agree.
yeah, and
Um,
and then my friend didn't mind getting to play all like the named heroes. So
yeah. I would have been the same way, because it's like I love the aliens, and so anyway, so this one is the creator shout out episode. So there's gonna be a lot of people that I've got stuff from that I'm gonna hit on in this in these pictures and stuff. So we'll just kind of I changed up my background a little bit just to keep it in, sort of behind me of like a lot of this stuff I got from people. So I felt like, I'd show it off a little bit in a different angle, I
mhm.
guess I normally do. Um, but speaking of the scene of the crime, this was pretty much where I
Oh,
got stuck or stuck Friday. And
oof.
so I was I had my tires like off the it's I have a concrete driveway, but
Mm,
there's tons of pine needles like in the driveway, and so um I got made it to the road, and I got a RAV4, like 2009 RAV4. And so I made it to the edge of the road, and I went off into the road, and that's when I got stuck. I couldn't because there's a little bit of a drop off, and so I couldn't get out from there until about 15 minutes later. I was like, my wife videoed this, like I'm like, and I'm like, oh, thanks for that. So I was like driving forward and backing up for like 15 minutes until pretty much I could finally get some traction and was able to pull the truck back off out of the street for a little bit. But that was pretty much as far as I could go because it was just straight up.
oh
It was
man.
all snow, but it was like at the bottom of it, it had sort of frozen, and
Hmm.
so I couldn't get any I couldn't get it. Yeah, Joe was like, share the video. I think she
Yeah,
shared it on
that definitely
TikTok.
needs to go up on the channel.
Yeah, she shared it like on TikTok or something. And so I don't know. It's like for me, it's like, um, hey, MCR. So anyway, so I felt like a dumbass because I was out there in that truck, for about 15 minutes going back and forth, back and forth. And the truck was just not heavy enough, really, to
Hmm.
like get any kind of
Yeah.
traction. What the main problem was. And I was just too stubborn just to let it go. And so anyway, I finally was able to back it up to get it off the street, but it sat there. It sat like close to the street till the next day when I was able to get it out of there. But
Mm.
yeah, that was the scene of the crime right there.
Oh wow. Yikes.
But
Yeah, our snow here was not that deep.
yeah, and
Uh,
It doesn't look near as bad in this photo, but it was seriously like, you know, we had close to 10 or 12 inches, in some parts of the state. But anyway, and this we live in a subdivision, and the streets here are pretty much mostly covered by trees. Yes, that's right. And so anyway, it didn't really get a lot of sun on it until like the past day or so, and so a lot of
Oh yeah.
most of that is gone now. But it's still like we still have snow like everywhere. But
Oof.
well, there was ice there because that was the next day NCR, so it refroze, and just like it'll refreeze again tonight. Um,
Hmm.
but most of the streets in town are pretty much good except for like secondary streets. But anyway, enough about the snow apocalypse of 2025. We're here to talk about creators and stuff that people make. And
And
so
toys.
we're going to go ahead and get into that. But this was pretty much how I was for the past couple of days. It was like, we're going out past the fourth marker.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. So, Bob, you want to talk about these for a minute?
I do. I'm sure most of you have already seen this, but yeah, Super 7 is coming out with Micronauts. So far, they've just got two. And it's Biotron and Baron Karza here. According to the packaging, these are going to be the Reaction Plus. So they're going to have the O-ring, and they're saying 12 points of articulation, which when I counted it out, it looks like they're going to have swivel biceps, uh, like, head,
Mhm.
shoulders, torso, elbows, swivel biceps, hips, knees, kind of like the GI Joe Reaction Plus figures they released. So this is something I've been like really excited about since I saw the news on Friday. I got very little work done, but that's okay. We're in a slow stage. But yeah, this is right now you can get them on the Super 7 site and on Big Bad Toy Store, probably some other places too. But yeah, this is something coming that yeah, I'm very, very happy for.
I am glad you're getting this, Bob, because I know you're a big Micronauts fan. I think I'm getting this one just because I love the way he looks,
Hmm.
and I may try to see if I can put a little bit of weathering on him to make him
Yeah,
like
probably can.
a dirtier bot
But
potentially. I am
yeah,
not
yeah,
familiar with the Micronauts other than um, just vaguely, and
yeah.
by you pretty much as how I know Micronauts from. So I'm anxious to see what they look like in real life.
Oh yeah, yeah. And also, if you'll go back to one of the card backs, one thing is I like how they did this kind of Transformer style
Oh yeah, that's for
little
sure.
file card.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if you could put like a red piece of film over that, and it could it
Oh,
wouldn't.
I'm sure it would work just like the old Transformers did.
Yeah, that was the first thing I saw. I was like, "That's a Transformers like character
Mhm.
card or whatever." Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. Are these are $20, right?
Yeah, they're $20 each, and if you order them from Super 7, they have like a thing where you can get both of them in like one go, but it's not any discount. It's like 40
Gotcha.
bucks,
Yeah,
but
so you can get them together probably for a little bit
yeah,
cheaper shipping, right, or something.
right, right. Well, I mean, it may or may not be the same shipping. I'm not sure, but
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, these are your slides here. You want to talk
all
about?
right. So this is a cool diecast metal Humvee Jeep that Joe Ricondo sent me at the beginning of the year. Works great for 118, although getting the figures in the vehicle is a little tricky. The wheel well or the footwell isn't deep enough,
Mm-hmm.
and the doors don't open very wide. But as just kind of like scenery, it looks perfect. Uh,
Yeah, it looks like a good truck.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Uh, and yes, I did read the Micronauts comics, Timbo, and from the write up on the little file cards, it looks like they may be going with that uh, lore, but we'll have to see what else they release to confirm that.
Hey, I do have a question because I want to know was there a guy in the Micronauts? I could be thinking of a different team or something. Was there a guy in the Micronauts that was a bug or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That was his name, was Bug. Yeah, tall green guy, little antennas, and
gotcha.
yeah, I'm hoping if they do the old Marvel Micronauts comics that they
Yeah, yeah,
include him because he was like a very popular character in that. But my only concern is like Marvel, last I heard, owned the rights to that character, so I don't know if Hasbro can make them or if they worked out some sort of deal or whatnot. Because Hasbro's got the rights to Micronauts, and they licensed it out to Super Seven, kind of like they did with GI Joe.
yeah.
So
Well, they maybe should be able to make it then. Maybe you know.
maybe, hopefully, that would be awesome. But we'll have to see because like Carson and Biotron are in a lot of different versions because
Gotcha.
that's with the actual Micronauts license
Right.
stuff
Right.
that like Migo brought over. So we'll have to see. But anyway,
Okay.
this is that click and play base. This is another thing that Joe Ricondo sent me along
Nice.
with that Jeep, and yeah, it is also perfect for your 118 figures. I've got them with some like Strike Force Alpha guys here, but
Yeah.
I've used it with like to do shots with like Eagle Force figures as well. Looks just as good.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh,
Um.
yeah, those are Strike Force Alpha from CR. Let's see, White Elephant and Big Bad Toy Store, I believe, has them.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you. And this is Necromancer. I know most all of you guys have seen this, but this was from Grindhouse Toys, a smaller company, a little kind of spin-off from Fresh Monkey Fiction. So I wanted to include this one because
Right.
he looks, Necromancer is a really cool figure, and like the cape is all wired up and has the cool VHS style packaging and all that.
Yeah.
And then now I kind of prefer him without the cape and let that nice clear skull just shine.
Yeah.
And he also has they painted up the pistol to look like the little blaster from the Nintendo.
Right. Yes. Yes.
That was
Um.
a nice touch.
I love the fact that they also included another head, the helmet, the purple helmet,
Hmm.
and so anyway, it's this was a superb figure. I mean, maybe
Oh yeah,
hey Ian,
and
maybe one of the best, maybe one of the top five figures made this year potentially. You know,
hmm
um, but I like I wish I'd have got more than one of these. But at the time, I was spending money like hand over fist on other stuff, and so,
right, and that big Eagle Force drop had just come.
yeah, pretty much that. And then just like I said, I got one of them. Hey, Defiant, I got one of them, and so I'm happy that I got one. But if I see another one, hanging around somewhere, or somebody wants to get rid of one, I'll definitely get another one because it's such a good figure, man. It's like you can
Hmm.
customize it in different ways and stuff. And so anyway, really good figure. Um, I mean,
And
it's almost like it goes. I mean, it's almost like it goes with that throne right there. Just made.
oh yeah, yeah. This throne I bought from our buddy Will
Mm-hmm.
while I was out at Joe Fest, and yeah, it does look perfect with the Necromancer in there. He can even like reach out and touch the little energy nodes and whatnot, and especially the throne lights up. But I haven't put batteries in it yet to
Oh,
test that.
really?
I was just like,
That's cool. I'd like to
yeah,
get one of those because that looks like something you could build. You could make a diorama around. Pretty
oh
much.
yeah, totally. And I've seen some people also use it for like their Cobra Commander
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I can
and whatnot.
I can see that.
Um, Yeah, the scale is a little off. It's for like slightly bigger figures, but even maniacal warlords are going to want a big throne. But so
Yeah, it worked. I mean,
it works. Yeah.
you know, um, making
Hey.
X. Hey, man. All right. Let's go to yeah. And speaking of
Oh,
good figures made.
oh yes. Now this is from Devil's Bargain Toys. This was
Right.
their Joe Fest exclusive
Yep.
this year. Black Jet, and then he came with extra heads so you could make his minions. So yeah, I got a team of 4 plus others to mail out to folks after Joe Fest.
A lot of us got a team of 4, Bob, from you.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, with the you gotta have his minions, in my opinion.
Hey,
Um,
and shout out to Ed because some people probably would have been like, 4 is the limit, you know?
mhm.
And so, anyway, so appreciate Ed,
Oh yeah, look forward to what him and Chris at Grindhouse put out for next year's Joe Fest, or well, now this year's Joe Fest.
this
But
year. It's this year, guys. So, hey, hey, Pirates.
yeah,
But yeah, so
yeah,
super good.
minions are a must.
Yeah, super good figures made by Grindhouse and um, uh,
Devil's bargain.
Devil's Bargain. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
spacing out for the word, but yeah,
no, I
really,
understand. Yeah.
really good figures. Um, who's this?
Now this is a prototype that Fanigan Collectibles on Instagram sent me of the. He was working on a project of making like 3D printed O-ring figures based on like updated designs for the old Micronauts.
Gotcha.
And this was the Galactic Defender, which was like my favorite as a kid.
Okay.
Um, hey,
Come on,
Devil. Oh, sorry, trying to keep up with the.
no problem.
Okay.
Hey, if you want me to
Anyway,
run the chat while you're talking about this, just let
no,
me.
no, okay, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so this was his. He sent me this prototype to do a review on, and you can see that on my Instagram page. I'll have to scroll down a bit. It was from earlier this year. But yeah, it's a really good figure overall. There were a few little tweaks we went over with him, but so I'm looking forward to seeing what comes later.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, and yeah, MCR is right. Galactic Defender was the best of the Micronauts team. And then the box here is the Joe Fest 2024 collector case from our buddy Will.
Mm-hmm.
That he was giving out, and the figure here in front of it is from Lockdown Station. It's the Peter Capaldi version of Doctor Who
Okay. All
that
right.
he gave me while at Joe Fest when
That's
we were
nice. Yeah,
playing Dom's game.
that's awesome. I'm wondering if he's going to be there again next year or this year.
Oh, yeah, hopefully he's a
Yeah.
real good guy. So,
Yep. Yep. All right.
and Will, I think Will's confirmed he's planning on coming also. So,
Yeah, and I think Rad is going to bring down a few Canadians. I think from
oh, nice,
from Canada. Um,
nice. For
so yeah,
sure. I think Joe and Bjorn are going to be there as well. So
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have a good old meeting.
All right. Yeah. So here we go. Okay, and then I think this might be your last one.
Yeah, this is the little robot that Age of Station sent us. That was just so like super cool. Uh, Loaded with articulation, has a great kind of like classic 50s robot look, and fits in great with like my Takusatsu figures, like those Ultraman and Kamen Rider and whatnot.
Yeah, it's this was the Block Zor, right?
Ooh, I forget the exact name of it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it was the Block Zor, something if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Yeah, looks like Starboy's confirming that. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay,
but yeah, super cool figure, and thank you for sending that out to us.
yeah,
And it's 3D printed as well. So
right,
the
yeah,
3D printed toys are coming a long way. It's not just little statues anymore. People are getting
That's right.
I'm
That's right.
getting really creative with that.
Yes, block absorb.
Eventually, I'm gonna have to get into that. Just waiting for 3D scanners to catch up. So then you can, like, scan and reproduce parts or resize them, and
Yeah, a gun blender, right?
exactly.
Well, it may not even be a gun. It may be the food blender. You know what I'm saying? He could just be
Right.
from the kitchen staff going in to
He's
uh,
looking for the attachment to do the
yeah,
spinning. Yeah.
blender is going to fit at the end of it. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's really good. I
Oh,
like.
and also, oh yeah, PLM remind me that yeah, there are different versions of this out now. There's one that's got kind of a red shadows look going to it. So check them out on Instagram. And
And who was this again?
this was Aegis Station. He also does all those little pup droids and whatnot, the
Right,
little tree droids and all that fun stuff.
Brett's a good guy, man.
Yeah, yep, yep.
All right, I guess
This is
we're
nice.
at my section of the stuff. I'll let you. I'll tag you
Yep.
in the chat from.
All righty.
Um, I got this from Timbo Toys. All this stuff last year from people, and so some of this stuff I haven't even like posted yet, but I'm working through it now. So I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I've got a lot of stuff going on. So
See,
anyway,
yeah,
so I
lots
got
going on.
this house building or whatever from Timbo Toys, and I like the fact that it's got the 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 fabric, for this canopy, and it's all, it's in orange for ones, which is one of my favorite colors
Mhm.
anyway. But it has like it's fabric, and I like the way it looks on there because it looks super lived in.
Yeah,
Um,
it's nice.
so anyway, so this is going to be. I haven't really figured out. I think this is just going to be like a random house, in the multiverse on Yamato 6. And so it's just going to be, you're going to see it from time to time. But anyway, I like it. I like having different people's stuff in my settings, as I've always said. And so anyway, I will definitely, you've probably seen his stuff throughout other people anyway. I think, Wenzel, I got something from him a few times, and so
Mhm.
Timbo Toys does really good work, and so this is who I got it from.
Yeah, I like all that wiring on the outside too.
Yeah, yeah. So it was really good, and it's really good work.
Mhm.
Usually he'll work with you as far as like what kind of thing you want, what's it look like, what's it gonna look like, what the colors are. um I got
So
a couple more power generators from him, um a little bit
keyboard power.
time afterwards, I think. And so anyway, I love his work, and so I bought a couple power generators from him, I think in 2023, I think towards the end of the year. And so most of the time they're just something in the back that's scenery, and a lot of times I have people always working on them. And so I kind of had
Mhm.
a joke about a couple of months ago saying that those power generators were having problems. And so anyway, yeah. And so he had to get on his workers about making sure they had quality power generators and stuff. And so I haven't put out like a follow up whatever, but I was going to do a follow up where it was like, oh, it turns out it was Jawas stealing parts off of it and not necessarily the power generators, So
Yeah,
anyway,
watch those Jawas. They're
yeah, Jawas, man, they're always stealing all kinds of shit. But I have probably taken 20 pictures or so throughout the past couple of years of people working on the power generators or it being a part of the main part of the photo or something. And so I love just having stuff like that to where, I can, you know, make something small the focus of a picture and sort of build around that. But anyway, this is just another picture from the different
that's
side of
pretty nice.
him.
With
He
that detailing in there.
work. I got these barrels and these crates from him as well. Um, I don't. Maybe at the same time I got one at the house. I think I'm not exactly sure, but super good work. I always like to have extra barrels. Yes, yes, that's right. Yeah, they'll sell the parts back to us. And I'm like, so I like having barrels and crates because to me that's what I first started. Using building my dioramas around was just accessory.
Hmm.
You know,
Oh yeah, and they really add to the whole scenery of it. They just
yeah,
make it feel a little more
yeah.
flushed out.
That's right. And when I first started, they were like the main stars of the show, pretty much. I mean, yeah, the figures were there, but you had to have something just, to make something look lived in and whatever. And
Hmm.
so, anyway, I got this piece from Tim as well. It's a double-sided like wood diorama that he painted up. He asked me the colors I wanted, I think, and I'm like, man, that looks great. Um, and so he also made those little droids and painted those up in the bottom. And the little sign says Yamato 6. And I usually put that, hey, Will. I usually
Talking
put
about you
that
earlier.
like in the, I've got it kind of displayed on some of my diorama pieces to where when I'm taking a shot, you can see it up there.
Oh,
And
nice.
so, anyway, but yeah, I love Tim's stuff. This was the other side of it. I don't really
Cool.
use it as often as I do the other side, just because I just love the other side. Just because I love the other side, the best probably.
Mm.
But this is a good piece too. It's just, it's like it's a double, sided panel, which is great. But it's like I really love the one side better than the other. But it's like I still do flip it around occasionally and use it. But anyway,
Also, if you're just using it for like pictures, flipping it back and forth
all
between
right.
different pictures, it
Yeah, yeah.
looks
It's
like
like
two different buildings. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. Um, all right, and that was Tim's stuff. I don't know if anybody
This
will
is neat.
can notice who this is from, but this is from Fatback Station. So I got several pieces from him this year. Um, I guess I'm trying to remember. I can't remember exactly what the name of what's the name of his is it meat? I can't. Is it Fatback? Meat City. That's right. So that's right, Meat City. So I got some of these panels. Um, yeah, it's like I have. Yeah, you're right. It's like
Yeah.
I have changed up a lot of stuff in this whole background behind me, as you can see. I change it up every so often just to keep it fresh. Um,
Yeah.
it's kind of like Frieza. It's gone through several incarnations, but the final form is not yet. So anyway, I'm constantly changing things around just to try to get more cohesive look at it. But I got
Right.
this building from Fatback as well.
Nice.
And I didn't get all this at all the same time. This was spread out like over a year, pretty
Yeah.
much. But this is the back of it. It's like,
Oh,
he's
cool.
he's one of the only guys I know that, not only he'll put little greeblies and stuff on the front and sides of it, but he like freaking puts it on the back of it as well. So
Looks like you got a question here.
let's see here. Are you going to build other tiers to that world? Actually, else, Bob. Um, I kind of like where the level is. If you can see, I kind of like the level because it has 3 levels to it, and so the main reason why I kind of do that is because I feel like a figure can survive a fall from that height, you know. Um, but if I go up to the next level, which would be probably about, I guess, about right here,
Mm.
um, I just, I've thought about it. It's a 4 shelf, unit. I just don't have the 4th shelf on there. And so, mainly just because I don't want to drop a figure from that height. And so I'm going
Makes sense.
out. I'm going out like I've got to get another shelf for that corner to put that diorama on. But
Mm.
I'm planning on having another shelf. I think I can put 2 more shelves in here, and I'm just going to go out. I'm going to go out the length of the wall, and
Makes sense. Yeah.
if
Yeah. Foliage is a thing.
if that works for me, I'll do that. But if I feel like I still need more room, then I may put another level. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Well,
break.
as much as you pay for them, yeah, you know,
That's
I
right. I mean, if I had
totally
carpet
get
in
it.
here, I wouldn't worry about it, but I don't have carpet, and so anyway, that's future. That's your motto 7 we're talking about. So like maybe I'll do something different. When nothing is permanent here, so it's like I can I can keep doing whatever I want to do. Yeah. I may make another level that goes up. That's my landing pad for this place. Potentially or something.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
We'll
Put
see.
your put your ships up there.
Yeah, I got
So.
to find a place to put the damn Skeletron. So
Oh yeah.
because it's just sitting on a box right now. Anyway, all right. Yes. So I got this piece from him as well.
Ooh,
Fatback.
nice.
Another piece. Yeah.
I like the
He
round
does super
door.
great colors, man. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I've probably got more of his stuff than anybody else's is just because, um, yes, it's my precious wallet too, I guess. But
Yeah.
Fatback does really good stuff. Like I said, the colors I think are probably one of the reasons why I like his stuff a lot. It's just because I think it kind of fits my my colors, my theme,
Mhm.
my station. And so and he usually says, "Hey man, it's like what kind of colors you looking for?" And I just usually tell people just like, I was like, I like blue and I like orange. I said, but
Mhm.
kind of like a Tatooine-esque world. So just do what you're gonna do. This is
Right.
you're the creator. I don't try to like, really get into I need you to do this or this or this. No, it's just
Mhm.
this is the colors I like, but do what you gotta do. And so he also he customized these
Sweet.
2 figures and they're probably that Zutton is probably one of my favorite figures just because I love um, what he did with that
Mhm.
one. And the Bith is a newer one that I just got from him. Super good work. Like I said, we have a lot of good creators in this community, and they knock it out of the park
Oh yeah.
most of the time. And so this is another piece from Fatback. So
Nice.
anyway, it's really good piece here, and
I like the little extras he put around the door
yeah,
too.
the Greeblies are good. So
Mhm.
it's always something that he okay. Anyway, yeah, really good. All right. Okay. All right. So this piece, sorry, I was a little bit confused because my wife was trying to tell me about a football game going on right now, and so I was like, I don't understand what you're saying. Anyway, so I got this one from District 3. This was a part of a panel swap that we did at the end of the year in 2023 that spilled over into 24. And so there were several guys. Yeah, the Buccaneers, they won. That's my wife's
Yep.
team right now. So she was just wanting to basically, talk about that.
Mhm.
So, because toys aren't important right now, it's the Buccaneers. So,
Well,
anyway,
it's sports ball season.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, sports ball. But yeah, so we sort of there was a few of us that went in and sort of like drew names, and I was the lucky one to get District 3. He pulled my name, and so anyway, really good piece. He does great work. Yes, all right, way to go, way to go. I
Like you
know
said, yeah,
Joel's
pizza to
probably a little
celebrate.
Joel's probably a little upset that the Steelers lost last night, but anyway, no, I don't think they have
Yeah.
18th figures, but they probably should. But
Now,
yeah,
question on this piece: are those ledges uh, thick enough like that a figure can stand on them, like
yeah,
over the door? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
they are. You can put it's like it's sturdy. I mean, it's I won't say it's resin, I guess, but it
Oh,
is
okay.
super thick. It's sturdy. He even includes a light.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, so it's like I really like hit the jackpot when he pulled
Oh,
mine out.
totally.
And so anyway, it's a good piece. And so this was one of the first ones I got. I think I got something from Fatback first, and then I got something from District 3, and that sort of anchored what I was wanting to do. And I've built around it since then. You can probably
Mhm.
see it's kind of right there in the
Hang
middle
on, let me get
now.
that here. There we
It's
go.
like right
Yeah.
there. So right now, Yamato 6 is kind of a ghost town, just because I was taking pictures of everything this weekend, and so anyway, really good piece, and like I said, it's lit up, and that's good too. So anyway, all right, let's see here. Um,
Yeah, this is cute.
okay, yeah. So this is another piece as well. They well, from District 3, so pretty much this was like an ice cream vendor, and um let's see here. So
Because everybody loves ice cream.
that's right. So this one is lit, this one lights up as well, but um I could not figure it out to where there's like a battery that goes in there, and it's not like a button, and so
Mm.
anyway, uh, so I couldn't find the battery, so I took the battery out, and so I don't know where the battery is right now because it's like a smaller one. So anyway, so this is why this one's not lit up, but um, anyway, yeah. So that's basically a rocket raccoon head on like
Nice.
a Nikto body or a Parada body or something, whatever. Kithawa, whatever his name is. Anyway, so yeah, so he sold a few of those. District 3. So anyway, so he sold a few of those. So anyway, so I want to call a timeout right quick because my wife was like, "Hey, you dumbass!" She's like, "We were watching an old game." She's like, "The Buccaneers haven't
Oh.
played tonight." I'm like, "Well, it was on Hulu, you know." And she's like, "Yeah, they were playing an earlier game," and I'm like, "Well, I didn't know, you know." And so anyway, so I guess they still play tonight. I guess the real game. So I don't know if
Mm.
they'll win or not at this point in time, but that's kind of like I feel stupid because I was like, wow, they really played great for playoffs, and it's like turns out it wasn't. It was an older game. So anyway, but yeah, so back to reality, the toys here. So I got this piece from Starboy Station. This is called The
Mm.
Verse. And so he basically made this for me. This is like a comedy club slash um, bar slash, whatever, musical, you know,
And
venue.
you get pork kebabs there, though?
Maybe. Let's see here. So this is a side picture of it, and so those two, I guess, letters are for. I think it's supposed to be the outer multiverse in Star Wars
That's
language
cool.
or whatever you call it. But so let's see here. So
I bet
this
that's up
one,
too.
so it's also got a light inside of it, and so it's the regular white, red, blue, green, and red.
Oh, cool.
So it's super good. It's a very good piece. I love how the light shines out of the building, and so haven't taken near enough pictures of it as I probably should. But and it's also, I'll kind of go into this. So this is the red. But so this is what the inside looks like. And so the face of it is detachable. It's like held together with magnets. So it's like super great work. I mean, like I said, it's kind of like you're in I guess the heat of the moment or whatever. It's like sometimes like you get away from stuff. And so it's like, I keep thinking like, man, I need to take a picture of this and do like, it's kind of how I do like some of my musical posts is having like a musician or something in there. And it's like, I feel like, you kind of get away from stuff when you get newer stuff. And so it's like, this was kind of reminding me the other day when I was taking pictures of this stuff, like I've got to get back to the verse and having people in there. There's a little carpet in there and there's like a little stage. And so this robot he customized has got 4 arms, and it's kind of like the little service droid that
nice.
will, make you fill up your drinks or whatever, and it plugs into a wall from his back. So he's just kind of like suspended, hanging down, filling up people's drinks and stuff. And like I said, excellent work.
Totally.
Work. And so I can't say enough about it. This is another piece I got from Joel that he made for me, and this is called The Barn. And so I guess about 4 or 5 months ago, I kind of really started getting into dinos in the world. And so I was talking to him like I'd like to have like a dino wrangler because I customized a figure. And so he basically made a place where the dino wrangler would go, and it would house certain dinosaurs and stuff. And basically the lettering on there is my initials BR74, the day of my birth year. And so that's kind of a little customization thing he did. And the fact that I love blue and orange, he sort of made it in those colors. So the main piece actually comes up. It's like it's by itself, and then there's a little smaller piece that goes next to it, and that will house like certain dinos and stuff. And you can see one of them's like poking its head out, and so I feel like I haven't taken enough pictures of this just because I feel like I haven't figured out the best way to to include this in a lot of my posts and stuff. And that's my fault. It's not his or anything. It's like I've got to feel like I gotta come up with more accessories to go around this thing to make it to make it look even more spectacular than it is. But it's like it's super good work. There's even a door there, so you can not answer the pesky neighbors coming to you to get somebody's leg or something,
Yeah, or leave those missionaries out in the cold.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, the inside of it has a little bit of room where you could put some stuff in both sections. The roof is like a metal piece, and so I didn't take a picture of that. I did a review of this thing on YouTube about a month ago. So if you guys really want to look really like a deep look into it, just go check out that video on my YouTube channel. And so I really kind of went over a lot of stuff with it. But it also has a light, in this one as well. And so super. I mean, I might use this as one of my pictures, going forward, just because I really liked the shot, and I like the fact that it was it was lit up, and so super good work.
Well, the figure looked real dynamic, kind of backlit there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it was a really great shot. I was just trying to show people that it lit up, but I really like that shot. That's my Dino Wrangler. It's a Nikto Dino Wrangler. But
nice.
Anyway, and so this was one of Joel's Figtober customs. I think it was his first one. And like I said, this kind of went back to, me and him talking about putting dinos into my world and stuff. And so he basically made me this dino statue. And so, he does the Gamorrean Guard statues, that they're made famous by Starboy Station. So this one is, one of my cherished pieces as well, just because I love to have, I love his work on those, just because I just think I think he could actually make a living, or maybe not a living, but he could make some definitely side money on those statues if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but anyway, but I really like the stuff.
I like your little red raptor there.
Yes, that's the Jurassic Park one that came out with the copter, that just came out, the Legacy, whatever. Yeah, I think it's the one that it's
Yeah.
one
I
of the
think it's
newest
a
ones that
copter.
come out with the copter, with the helicopter, and the one of the security guys. It's one of those. It's one of the. I think it's called Legacy, or there was maybe
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. There's another name for it exactly. If Famine was here, he could tell you.
Oh, and I don't know about everybody else, but when I was at my local Target Thursday, I think Wednesday or Thursday, they had them marked down to like $12.50.
Really?
That's yeah. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that as well. I was like, well, if you're just going to give it away, I mean, yeah, fine, I'll take it. So
Okay.
it's a pretty cool little set.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is. And if you can get it cheaper than what it was, it's a really good set. You know. Oh, look, speak of the devil, and he shall
Oh,
appear.
yep.
Thanks, Famine. Yeah, reimagine. That's right. So it's like I said, it's the part of that color scheme. Just like the Carna Taurus, that they redid,
Mm.
the big one. So anyway, but this stuff I got from Wintzilla this year. We did a little trade. I sent him a Dino Wrangler and a dinosaur, and he customized a Halo figure and a Axe Woves figure from Star Wars and a little BB-8 droid to sort of go from him Amarak colors to come here. And then let's see here. Yes,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and they've got more in store for them too. I think Famine. He could probably say answer to that. But anyway, I also
Mm.
got this ghost from him that he painted like matte black, and so my idea was that I was going to like you know you know paint some silver on it and stuff where it was going to start getting aged up,
Mm.
throughout, being used and stuff. And I haven't got to it yet. I'm just, like I said, busy. But anyway,
All
super
right.
stuff
Yeah.
from Wintzilla. He makes a lot of good custom figures. And
Mm.
if you go to his Instagram, either his or Amrak Spot, you can see him, and Famine and Rad, and me,
Yeah.
every Friday night on the World Makers Consortium. And so you'll see this type of stuff quite regularly. Speaking of Rad, when he came down for Josh's wedding this year, he brought some printed stuff. When he made his trek across the U.S. for a little bit, he brought me some printed stuff that he'd had for me for a while, and so I got it shortly after then. I haven't like messed with it a whole lot yet, just because I'll just keep using the term I've been busy. But I've got stuff to paint, and that's a container that's not one of those containers that everybody else has one except Famine. It's you know it's just it's a printed one, and so I'm gonna end up painting that one up a little bit and use it as some background pieces. But I got a lot of printed stuff. He sent me a box of stuff, and Josh sent some stuff too. And so I just haven't had a chance to like really get into the weeds of a lot of this stuff. Those two chairs I got, and so I was like, there's just two fly girls sitting on top of a container, having a
Mm.
couple drinks, and so off duty, of course.
Oh, of course. It's cool
But
they
anyway,
did the chairs because, like, furniture is like one of those things that you just don't see a lot of
right.
in 118
Well, you don't
because,
see a lot of it unless you're Rad,
right? Oh yeah,
you'll
unless you're
see
just
a
printing your
whole
own.
world of it, in
Yeah.
his room. So yeah. So I got these from Transwarp. Sorry, name escapes me. Transwarp
Well,
fuel
yeah, I
outpost
think
or
that's
something like that.
yeah, I think it's fueling station or fueling
Yeah.
outpost. Something
You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway, I got the
like
little. I think he called that his ice droid or something like that.
that.
These little beers and these little crystals
Oh,
that look
nice.
like ice. So it's like a walking ice chest pretty much.
Hmm.
And then he has this little cooktop transwarp refueling port. Thank you,
Yep.
Joel. Thank you. And so I haven't painted it yet or anything. He had one he was selling to a few people, and so I was like, man, I could paint that up and put that in my cooking area or whatever, but
Hmm.
just haven't had time yet. Um, it's just
Don't feel bad about not having had the time. If you remember a while back, Will was doing that redesign that Young Jedi ship, and so I picked up the Young Jedi ship and the new cabin inserts for the from Transwarp,
yeah.
and yeah, they're all still undone.
Oh well, hey,
So
speaking of that, not having time, yeah, mine's still in the box too. I haven't got a cockpit from him yet, but it's like
mhm.
that ship is still in the box, and it's just because,
Yeah, time. And
yeah, time.
plus here the weather's so humid, like spray painting something big has to go outside, and yeah,
Yeah,
humidity and spray paint are not
right.
friends.
That's right. Well, and also, well, okay, so I forgot
Oh.
they had some green ones, but yeah, so I grabbed these three from Asia Station. Brett, he's a wizard at making these
Mhm.
figures and stuff, and so I grabbed these three at some point in time at different times, but I just want to showcase him as well, and so he did the custom orange and blue one for me, and I appreciate that. And so, like I said, those are my colors. Um, these guys are great. I mean, like I said, they're relatively inexpensive, but it's like they're a nice little printed toy, and so it's like it's super good. Um, he also does stuff like this,
Oh,
that outer
yeah.
multiverse vending bot is probably one of my favorite pieces I have from him. And so he makes the vending bots. He made the little slime pups. I think that's what or ooze plasms. I guess is what I think he calls them. But yeah, he made a lot of stuff last year. He sort of departed from his pup droids and went into making a lot of different things. And so I even got like a bigger size cat clops just because I like the color of it. And so anyway, and speaking of, I'm if he ever watches this, I hate to say this, but I just opened this thing up like yesterday. I think he sent it to me like a month ago, maybe, or right before Christmas, and so I had forgot that I got it, and it was still in the bag from the mailing bag, and so I was going through some stuff as I was moving some stuff around. I said, "What's this?" And I was like, I was from Brett. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I got some stuff. And so this was a new figure that he had
Oh,
created,
oh.
smaller figure than the Block Zor, and then another pup droid. And so I grabbed a couple of those. I can't get everything from everybody. So it's like, I'll try to like get
Mm.
stuff when I can. And Brett, man, is about to wear my ass out this year with stuff he was making stuff out like every month, man. I was like, geez, dude, slow it down a little bit. It's like I want to be able to get a lot of this stuff too, but it's like he just was like, nope, not slowing down. Press, press. Print, print, print. So
Now
anyway,
is this figure dude also 3D printed, or
yeah, yeah,
I mean, I know the pup droid is, but yeah, the
yeah. This
cool.
one's 3D printed as well, and its head moves, arms, legs bend. It's
Nice.
and the pup droid is like one of the other, like his other pup droids. So it's really good stuff. Like I said, if you go to his page, you'll see, he has a store. I think it's Big Cartel or something like that. Just click on the
Mm.
link and it'll take you right there. And so, anyway, like I said, I like having stuff from different people. And
Mhm.
so, if you've made stuff and I haven't got anything from you yet, I'll just be patient. And it's like I've got to work through. I got to work through, people. So these two pieces I got from Grumpy Puppet.
Oh,
Um, one of them is the Rhodian is from the Fictober. His Fictober
uh,
creations. I was just as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Hey man, I need this one." He's like, "I put it back." I'm like, "Thanks." The one on the left is a female alien. I forgot the name of the species or whatever. But I
oh,
like I said, just wanted to get some stuff from different people, and
mhm.
these are my pieces from Grumpy Puppet. And so he makes super good figures. He has,
Oh, yeah.
you know, um, a lot of alien heads and stuff that you can potentially, buy from him. And so to me, that sort of elevated a lot of my stuff because I've only got so many aliens, and so many alien heads, and I don't want to have
Mhm.
50 Niktos running around Yamato 6. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I want to have some diversity.
Desert people.
Yeah, and so anyway, so I've been grabbing some heads and stuff from him. I don't. This is only like my second Rhodian that I have. I've got one Greedo figure, and this is my next Rhodian, and so it's like I need more Rhodians. So
Mhm.
Steve Hasbro is listening. Start pumping out the Rhodians, please.
Do
Uh,
one of those Rhodian 4-packs.
there you go. Different colored heads on each one of them. It would just be, it's such an easy. It's like a no brainer, as
Yeah,
some
just
say on a
put some Rhodian heads and hands on some of the figures they've already got, and
right,
it's
right.
done.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not that hard to make money, if you want to.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
so this one I got from Defiant Outer Rim Station. He made a custom for me and sent it to me, and super cool. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, I agree. Pirates. They should have.
yeah,
They should have a 4-pack of every alien. But that's just my opinion.
yeah.
Here's the thing. It's like I get it. Not everybody is crazy enough like us. Like they want different aliens. We're a small niche of world builders, but we love to have different figures. You know,
Mhm.
so they're like, well, you probably wouldn't be a big seller. Well, here's what you do, Hasbro. You do an open pre-order for like a month, and then you fill those pre-orders on Hasbro Pulse or something, and then you sell them like that. So the people who want them will get them, and
Yeah,
when all the other people that didn't get them see these around our stations and stuff like that, that will pull them in because they're like, oh, I really want those. Where'd you get them? Well, remember that pre-order window for those 4 aliens? That's how you navigate that. Because I know that most people who go to Target and Walmart aren't going to buy a 4-pack of aliens, because that's not really who the market's for. But us, the fans,
mhm.
we will buy that 4-pack of aliens. Just give us an opportunity. Um,
And like I said, most Star Wars aliens are fairly humanoid, so it's not like you got to redo bodies.
that's right. Yeah,
Just
they,
some
they have.
heads,
That's right. They have
heads and
plenty of
hands.
bodies. They have plenty of bodies that they can just repart.
Hmm.
To make them look just a little bit different. Don't give them the same outfit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, but just change it up just a little to where they look a little different. So you seeing 4 guys the same body. It's like just
Right.
change it up just a
Unless
touch.
they're pilots.
That's right. Yeah, if
Yeah.
they're pilots or troopers, that's fine.
Hmm.
If they're in a gang or if they're in if they're some kind of squad or something, that's fine. But if you're just doing 4 random alien citizens, just change them up just a little bit. Um, Half body and a pilot body. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you could, like I said, the possibilities are endless. Um, so Steven, excuse me, playing with my 375 sent me this figure this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I
He's
haven't.
got your colors.
Yes, he did a great job, and he put it with the Yamato 6 colors. And so I have just sort of drug my feet on on posting him yet, but it's like it's going to be happening pretty soon. But it's like, and I'm going to start posting like all this stuff that I've got, and I'm going to start. Yeah, it's a custom. It's I think it's an acid rain figure with a little bit of extra greeblies on it. So yeah, even the logo is on there. So it's like it's super good work. He took a lot of time with that, and anyway, it's awesome.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It's awesome. Um, but let's see here, and yeah, like I said, if anybody wants to make a figure or something and send it to me, I will definitely display it in the outer multiverse. I'll send you something at some point in time, just because I feel like that's only fair. And I know I owe a few people in here pieces right now, but I'm like I said, I've got stuff I'm working on, and so I'll definitely be happy to send somebody else something, a dignitary or something, for a trade or something like that. Well, thank you, Tim. Yeah, like I said, I love your work. I love that we got a lot of great creators, in this toy community, and I try to get stuff from as many people as I can, because this whole thing behind me, it's 90% other people. So it's like it's hardly anything in there is mine except for the foam pieces that I've painted up, and the Joy Toy Mech Depot that's been parted out for sections and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, and I did get a couple pieces from Empire Toy Works. I finally grabbed one of those speeder bikes, and I love his like droid haulers, the little haulers, whatever. And so, at one time that was the only person stuff I had was Empire Toy Works, and so it's good stuff. It's a little pricey, but I mean, you're getting stuff that I think that it looks pretty cool. I know it's not for everybody, but that was one of the first guys that I saw world building, and like I said, it's I like his stuff. So yeah.
Now, does his stuff come pre-painted or is it?
Yeah. That's
Oh, nice.
speaker and that droid hauler thing. It came just like that. It's like you don't have to do anything. It's just buy it. I sort of got I got well. I don't want to say I got put in a bad position, but I got sometimes like when he will do his drops and stuff. Usually I'm not prepared for it, the first one. And so the first speeder bikes were like blue. And so I was like, oh, I really want to get one of those. And then they sold out like that. I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, well, I know he sometimes does like another batch of them, so I'm gonna hold on. And so he did like another batch like a few days later, and I was like, I'm definitely getting one. I don't really care much, I don't care what color it is. I just want to get one. And so I do like orange. So I mean, it's like, well, this will work for my place. And then he did like another drop a few days after that. I think they were like gray or something. But anyway, super good stuff he makes. I would love to like have him on this show at some point in time and just sort of talk to him about, his life. And I know he's, we know like what he's done, but I want to like talk to him about like how does he feel now? After, I mean, because I would say most people would say, and as far as our community, I think Pirates just said that he's like kind of like the godfather of world building. I want to see how he feels about it now, and like what does he think about, everything currently after, he's been in it for 15, 20 years or however long he's been in it for. So anyway, but yeah, that's the goal for 2025. We're gonna shake things up, and maybe um, you know hopefully at some point in time somebody can get him on a stream, and we can just because I want to say a lot of people would probably like to hear what he has to say. So
Oh
anyway,
yeah,
um, and yes, be good to everyone. Okay, everybody, be good to everyone.
exactly.
Okay, that's the theme of 2025. Be good to everyone, and then
Good thing.
that's gonna wrap up our show. Modoc says bye. So it's we're gonna go ahead and end right here. Like I said, I'd like to thank all the people that I got stuff from this year.
Yes, indeed.
There's a lot of good creators, in this toy community, and there's even people that make stuff that I did not get stuff from. I would say, yes,
Just shout
yeah,
out. Yeah,
check
I
out
was
Doc
going to mention that later, but thank you, Jabalon. Yeah,
Yes,
we'll be hopping over there.
stream too, and so you can check out Pirates and Rad
Thanks,
Toys
Jimbo.
on this Wednesday as they do the
Mm-hmm.
Whip Wednesday live. I think he's going to be back this Wednesday, and then potentially I think we're going to have a WMC on Friday. I'm not sure if Dom's doing a show this Thursday. So anyway, there's a lot.
And Will be doing a video drop. It won't be a live, but it'll be a video drop on Saturday, which is 118 day.
Okay. All right.
So,
Oh, because it's 118, right? Okay.
right. Yep.
Nice, nice, nice. I like
So everybody check that out on his channel, Wilhelm Toy and Hobby.
what he did there. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Bob, do you have any closing remarks?
Just want to thank everybody for coming out and being active in the stream. And you guys that are watching later, we love you too. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this, be sure to, hit that like button. It does help the channel out. So,
Yes, please, please do. It keeps the lights on here sometimes.
mhm. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, Bo agrees. Don't forget that like button.
please, 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 and thanks. But yeah,
Yes.
I hope everybody has a good start to their week, and
Yeah.
we'll end it here. And you guys have a good one. Okay,
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
have a good night.